Good morning, everyone. It's Roslyn, your recovery coach. Today, I'd like to. I'm often talking about the effects and the symptoms of codependency and addiction. So today, from my book Recover from Codependency, on page 32, I'd like to go through a list of what is on the other side of recovery. Why would you want to do recovery? What would give you a reason to want to go through the journey and make the changes? Because sometimes it's not that easy as we make the changes, precisely why we usually need a coach or a safe person or a mentor to support us, to hold our hand, to put a steel rod up our back, to help us with courage along the way. So the recovery journey can be bumpy at times. So I'll just get right to it and read out. I've got a list of them here, as I said, from page 32 from my book. Again, a great book, a great resource book. So thank you for being here. It's a privilege to have you. Experience more courage and be brave enough to speak up, even if your voice is shaking. This is where we do the thing, and especially with support behind us, knowing someone's got our back for accountability as well when we have to do a difficult or a very uncomfortable task. So be willing to speak up even if our voice is shaking. And I might add on the end of that, someone to be there once we've delivered or taken this action, a safe person to be there afterwards. So get your life back. So stop living your life on the tail end of other people's string, meaning their opinions, what they think that you should do, what they think is about how you're living your life, especially if those people aren't in recovery. And I know I used to do it all the time at the beginning. I'd go to the wrong people and I'd ask them the questions. What do you think? They'd tell me what they would think, and then they didn't have the awareness or the recovery. And in my unawareness and unconsciousness, I went to those people, and then I would feel depressed, guilt and shame for a few more days afterwards. So be very careful who you go to when you're seeking advice. Grow up and take responsibility and ownership for your life instead of blaming anybody else, instead of blaming your partner, your children, the government, your friends. Pull it all back with support and start taking responsibility and chunk it right down bit by bit by bit, and just do these steps. I'm about sustainability. We want sustainable results that we're building muscle by muscle by muscle, internal muscle. This is your internal hero's journey, your internal gold medal, if you like. And let me tell you, at times it will take every ounce of all you've got to do these things. The war is not outside of us. The wars are inside of us. So develop healthy, sustainable self-esteem and start to feel good about yourself. As you start to take these steps, and I notice it with my clients, as we start to take these steps, they get the evidence that what they're doing is working, and they start to feel good about themselves. That's why I bring it back down to baby steps, and I bring when I'm coaching, the task down to something that they can emotionally manage, not that I think they should do, and bring it right down. And each time we overcome ourselves in these situations, we build a little bit more confidence, we gain a little bit more respect, and we gain evidence that how we're looking to change our life is working bit by bit. Evidence is the loudest voice. I don't need evidence this stuff works. I've got the evidence. I've got the lived experience. But people need to experience the evidence for themselves, and that keeps them going. So be proud of the changes you've made along the way. So someone to champion you as well and pat you on the back, tell you well done, just to keep you going on this journey. Let go of people, places and things that no longer serve you. And do this in a way, as I've said before, that's emotionally, physically, mentally manageable. You're better to do one small action and find success with that than try and go way too big like I used to and end up back down on my backside even lower. Be open to new relationships with people, places, and things that respect and value you. What this means is, as you start to respect and value yourself, new relationships will come in because you have changed. You will start to attract different, and but that also means that some things will drop away. So again, having someone to help you support that process as people, some people are dropping out of your life. It can feel very lonely sometimes, and some of my clients worry, will I have any more friends left? I understand it totally. I thought that myself. However, it's opening, the nature abhors a vacuum, and it's opening the door for new people on your level of consciousness and your level of frequency as you're growing. I promise you. Slow down and appreciate who and what and where you are along the path. So don't go racing ahead, which is what I used to want to do. I wanted a quick fix straight away. I was in so much pain. Slow down, and I guess it's also start to look for the excitement and fulfillment in the subtle, the small wins. Build this. Be a turtle, not a hare. Learn to appreciate things, but more importantly, appreciate yourself along the way. So that's why it's also good to have a coach, someone to give you feedback and value you along the way. Learn and apply new ways of handling situations that come up. So again, I don't know in my coaching, and we don't know what those situations are. We might know at the beginning what's troubling you the most, but more situations will come up that will be specifically for you. But what we do is we apply these methods and these action steps that are all in this book to that situation that is specifically unique to you. And no one, and that's your stuff. No one can know what those things are. That as you start cleaning up, the things will come along, and they will come along right at your feet, so we know what to work on next, and it will be divinely directed. Learn to bring fun and enjoyment into your life. A big thing, and when people come along to me, I ask them what they do for fun, and in a lot of cases they will say, what's that? Codependents, or people that have been in addiction, especially for a long time, they've forgotten how to have fun. So we start to introduce those sort of things until life becomes more fun and more fun and more fun. And I don't mean everything's funny, but what I'm saying is you can go along with it in a light-hearted way. Serious fun. I love fun, and if things aren't fun, I don't do them. So that doesn't mean I make fun of things, of course, but we can always bring a bit of lightness to something, especially if our frequency is up a bit higher. We can see it from a different perspective. Respond and react differently in your life. So again, we respond, we don't react. We don't react anymore from a knee-jerk or from our autonomic nervous system, from our subconscious mind, or some people would say from our ego. We pull back, we slow down with the help of someone to slow us down. Sometimes I might say to my people, do you think we could wait for 24 hours to respond to this situation? Someone holding your hand with that, and respond in a different manner so that you're not suffering after it. And we learn not to attack people and take responsibility for our role in it. Rebound faster when situations arrive. Years ago, I'd be in bed for a week, and now if a situation bumps me or an event happens, and I certainly reach out for support for myself. I have a coach in my life. We can get over it quicker. We can lessen the severity and lessen the suffering, just like my video I did the other day, no more suffering. So how do we build a scaffolding around us to lessen the suffering in my life? Do you know also we can be addicted to suffering, addicted to conflict, addicted to drama, addicted to overwhelm, always being in these states that they become the normal. So we're breaking away of those normalized patterns and creating new normal. self-partner and self-soothe by keeping yourself topped up. It's our responsibility. Our happiness and well-being is our responsibility, not our partners, not our children, not our family, not your boss at work, nobody else's responsibility. It's our responsibility, our own happiness, and we want to learn that we start to enjoy our life. So and we all have different methods of doing that. You know, for me, it's exercise every day, eating quite well. Still means I go out for a lovely pastry and a coffee with my girlfriends because I love that. I enjoy that. I don't overindulge, of course, but, you know, I don't take away. I'm not that strict. But each day, most of us we tend to build up a repertoire of daily rituals that we do, and meditation in that as well for me. And you don't want to not do it because you realize your days go better when you put in this foundation in each day, like armor on. It settles down the autonomic nervous system and you have a better day. And if I do miss my meditation, occasionally it happens, I don't have as good a day, and I always know that, you know, I need to do that, and many people are doing that now. So I hope that helps. Those are the other side. These are the good things that happen as along the path in recovery, and the results and evidence we get that we're doing the recovery. And what I want to say is, and I was full-blown codependent, so what I want to say is there's another way to live, and it's far better. Takes work, takes commitment, takes investing in yourself, but it's worth every drop. I look back at how out of unmanageable my life was, how chaotic it was, how addictive it was in different areas, work, drama, control, all of those things. I didn't use substances, but I was using everything else, people addiction. So that took me to my deathbed. So there's another way to live if we're prepared to do the work and feel the feelings and heal the things that created the events that shaped us, looking into ourselves. It's the best thing since sliced bread. And remember, I do a 20-minute free discovery call. If you'd like to have a chat, go to my website and book in. I'd love to have a chat with you. And my website is rosalindsaunders.com.au. Also, this book is on Amazon, Recovery from Codependence. You can go there and get that. It's a very good resource book, and it's got how-tos in it, not just learning about things, but how do we start to make this journey in sizable steps. So until next time, have a lovely few days, and I'll talk to you